My fellow compassionate capitalists, Steve and Catherine here today. Imagine that, Catherine, 2 days in a row. It's awesome. We're also here with little T. Little T has several tens of thousands of dollars in his mouth. Why would we resort to such cheap props? Well, today's an exciting day. We're doing a hat trick today. We're not going to have one, not two, but at least three metaphors today. Three metaphors. Almost never happens. I'm pretty sure it's illegal in most states. Let's see how this train wreck turns out, shall we? A lot of things to talk about. We're going to tie it all in together, so just hang on there now that we actually have your attention. Several things happened. We know that our videos are working. Why? Yesterday, we got our first, shall we say, piece of fan mail.
Or non-fan mail.
On our comments yesterday about Doug Doocy signing the House bill that apparently in Arizona in public schools, the grading system A through F has been eliminated for this year. So everybody gets a participation trophy, and so that the government doesn't come out and just admit to that. They say that they have to study and see what the impact of COVID is on the grading system. So, sounds a little lame to me. However, a lady came back very impassioned about what we had to say. And you know what? We at Titan Impact Group, we welcome all opinions. We're not going to bash her for what she said. She made some very good points. One of the things that I do admire about her, though, is that she said that she knew that the school system was broken and that she was having to take on extra work in order to put her kids through private school, and that her grown kids were now also doing the same so they could take their children through private school. I admire that type of entrepreneurship, that type of go-getterness, that type of ingenuity. It's what we're looking for. So I am giving the blanket invitation to anyone, doesn't matter left, right, race, religion, creed, color, politics, whatever the deal is. If you, like this lady, would like to ensure that, hey, your family has a home and that your loved ones also have homes, go ahead and click like. Catherine will tell you everything here at the end on how you can become a compassionate capitalist and correct the government overreach. So, speaking of today's headlines and why we have little T here representing the cannibalism of the economy, and what does this have to do with today's headline? Well, first, a quick little history note. Today, on February 19th, 1847, the first rescue party got together and found the survivors of the Donner Party. A little known fact with segues, again, that's one segue, but segues into that is that Kroger is closing 2 more stores down in Washington State due to the fact that the government has gone and mandated that they have hazard pay. They're claiming that Kroger, although they are the nation's largest grocer, still has to have razor thin margins, and has already spent $1.5 billion when it comes to outfitting their employees with the proper tools necessary to deal with COVID. They're being mandated to have to pay for an extra $4 to $6, depending on whether it was in California, which happened last week, or Washington State, which is happening this week, of hazard pay. And so Kroger, in order to survive, in order to provide, is going to shut those stores down. Little known fact, again, what does this have to do with the Donner Party? It's a fact that I'm making up right now, that the Kroger's grocery in the middle of the Sierra Nevadas, located just 20 feet from the Donner Party camp, was closed due to government overreach. And that's not good. So, how to tie all this in to come back with the other two metaphors, the other two segues, so we can hit our hat trick. I'm going to leave it off to Catherine to collect this train wreck that I just created and make sense of it.
So what I love is, how Steve continues to teach us history and tie in history as to what's going on now. And government overreach is definitely one of those things, in that Biden signed the order to continue the forbearance until the end of June. So what does that mean? It means it's putting a lot of strain and stress on banks and on investors, having to hold the bag for all these people that are not paying their mortgages. So what does that mean? What does that mean for us? It means that what's going to happen is there's going to be a tidal wave of non-performing mortgages, aka notes, coming through the pipeline, because when the forbearance issue is lifted, because the banks are going to have to sell those off in order to survive. And just like Kroger, they need to shut down. They did the numbers. We say do the numbers. Numbers tell you what to do. They clearly did their numbers, and the numbers told them they had to shut these stores down. So I get that the government is doing their best, thinking that this may be the best. However, the implications that it's having on companies, on families, now all these families have lost jobs. I mean, that is the ripple effect of that is huge. So they essentially, by mandating something that impacts companies, the companies did the numbers, and the numbers told them they had to shut down. So the government essentially did the exact opposite of what they were intending to do. So I find that very interesting. So inside of that, what can we do? What can we do about it? Is that
just real quick, government overreach is causing grocers to become extinct, huh? Metaphor number 2 right there. Number 3 is coming up.
So what we do is we work with the banks to get those non-performing notes off of their hands, because banks are in the lending business. Banks are not in the real estate business. They are not set up to be able to deal with the implications of what's happening with these homes that people are in. However, we are in the real estate business, and we are set up to be able to work one-on-one with these families to be able to get them back on track and hopefully keep them in their homes. And if not, be able to know exactly what to do to take care of that and move it quickly. So we love to partner with investors to make sure that their retirement money in their 401k accounts or other investment accounts is going out and bringing back lots of friends, because we do the numbers, and the numbers do tell us what to do, and that's what we do. So that's what we're doing. So it creates a win-win for the bank, for the homeowner, for the investor, for us, for the economy all the way around. So
we're not allowing the government to cannibalize the economy. There you have it. Metaphor number 3, you're welcome. Take it away. The video is a little long, but it was worth it. You've never seen that before.
Yes, he's like this all the time. So if you'd like more information, we would love for you to click on the links below. Click, share, comment, but more importantly, seriously.
Negative or positive comments.
I like the positive ones better. How is this inspiring you to make sure that you're getting out in front and making sure that your retirement and your family is taken care of? Because again, we can't control what happens to us. We absolutely can control what we do with it. So we're hoping that you are inspired by this and are taking control of your financial future. So with that,
don't let the government make cash go extinct. Send it our way. We know what to do with it. We give it, make it have friends.
Right? So, and as always,
may you never awake from the American dream.